So is it keto, intermittent fasting, or is it a low carbs diet? By the end of this video, you will know the upsides and downsides to all of these diets, and you will know what diet is the best for people who have ADHD. The absolute best diet and the healthiest diet for people, especially with ADHD and everyone else, is the So do I really recommend fasting to a lot of my clients? I've tried every single one of these diets. Red light, green light. I can't. Was that bad? Remember, it doesn't really matter which one of these diets you choose. The only most important thing is that you choose the right diet that works for you. On top of that, you actually have to make sure you consume less calories than your body actually burns on a daily basis. That depends on your physical activity on a day-to-day basis, as well as your metabolic functions. I have lost over 40 pounds in the past 3 years, and I'm here to share with you some of the best tips and tricks that I have learned during my journey. I've tried every single one of these diets. I decided to share with you some of the methods and criteria that I actually consider when I try to help my clients. So let's talk about ketogenic diet. It's one of the most popular diets out there, but it does only allow you to consume less than 20 grams of carbs on a daily basis, which is pretty low. To give you an idea and a perspective of how much that is, 100 grams of walnuts has 14 grams of carbs, an orange has 12 grams of carb, a medium banana has about 27 grams of carbs. So with ketogenic diet, you have to actually be extra careful measuring your food because fat is a lot more dense than carbohydrates and protein. And the slightest error that you're gonna make measuring your food, it could actually cause your calorie to actually increase, so you're not going to be in a deficit mode anymore. When you're on a ketogenic diet, you're going to be consuming a lot of fatty fish, a lot of meat, poultry, eggs, dairy, and things like that. If you're doing the healthy version of it. If you're gonna do unhealthy version, which I recommend for people who are just starting out, you could use sausage, bacon, and all the other fatty foods that you like. Now, there are a lot of products out there that are processed and they're labeled as keto friendly. I like them, but if you're into processed food, I really do recommend having whole foods and natural foods as much as possible. But if you have to have it, then I guess you could go ahead and use it, right? So let's talk about the upsides and the downsides of a ketogenic diet. The upsides of it is that you're going to be feeling full throughout the day because fat has the satiety effect that is going to keep you full for longer compared to when you're having sugar and carbs. You're also not going to feel sluggish right after you had a full meal, because normally when you have a full carb meal, right after you're going to feel sluggish, you're probably going to feel like you're going to want to have a nap. But when you're on keto, you feel energized and you're happy throughout the day, no ups and downs. The downside of a ketogenic diet, however, is that you're not probably getting the right nutrition that your body needs for a healthy life. Foods and high carbs vegetables and root vegetables like sweet potato are not going to be included on a ketogenic diet. So I don't really recommend it for a longer period of time. I recommend ketogenic diet to people who are just starting out and they're really addicted to carbs. I feel like it really does help them as it gives them a structure so they can stick to throughout a whole month or two, and afterwards they can actually start reintroducing healthy carbohydrates to their diet, such as brown rice or sweet potatoes and healthy carbohydrates that are complex. If you're interested to know what types of carbs you should be using on a daily basis, make sure you check out this video. I will leave a link in the description below. Make sure you check it out afterwards. Intermittent fasting is a really scary thought. It was a scary thought for me, at least to begin with, but a lot of people liked it. There's been a lot of research on the benefits of this type of diet. There are different types and different kinds that you could actually do, and I'm sure if it's done properly, it will 100% result in weight loss. But we have to be careful about a few things, which I'm gonna go over in this video. So the 16-8 method, or the skip the breakfast method, I don't really like the name, and here's why. Number one reason I don't like the name is because a lot of people skip the breakfast thinking they're doing intermittent fasting, but they're not, because you have to make sure that you're doing it 16 hours every single day. You can't be doing it 16 hours today and 14 hours tomorrow and maybe not fast for the third day. It has to be consistent, and it has to be timed exactly for it to actually work. So the second reason is that people mistakenly think that they can actually do whatever they want or eat whatever they want as long as they're fasting for 16 hours. It doesn't work like that. You have to actually pay attention to what you're eating. You have to make sure that your food includes all the nutrients that your body needs. So for example, if you actually decide to have a slice of pizza after fasting for 16 hours, your body is going to absorb all the nutrients and every single molecule that is in that food into your body. But if you don't need it, if it's not nutritious, you're basically not getting all the benefits that you should from intermittent fasting. So the second method of fasting is eat to stop eat. The way it works is that you don't really eat for 24 hours once or twice a week. So what it does is that it does reduce your calories throughout the week, and it will result in some weight loss. The third method is the 5-2 diet, is when you actually consume only 500 to 600 calories on 2 consecutive days during a week. But for the rest of the week, you actually eat normally for the other 5 days. So this is very similar to something that I'm trying right now, and what I'm doing is that I've picked 2 days a week, which is Thursdays and Sundays. What I do, I would have my normal dinner, I would go to bed, I would go about my day the day after all the way to dinner. I would wait for 20 hours before I have my first meal. I will make another video and I will go more in details about how I do it, what I eat, how I start my fasting and why I started it and how I feel about it. But in general, this is how I do it. My calories are going to be a lot less and it feels really good on my body. I feel healthier. I feel like I'm not so addicted about food, and I don't have to worry about having my meals, every 2 to 3 hours, which is normally what I'm used to. So do I really recommend fasting to a lot of my clients? I don't really like it for people that are not so conscious about nutrition. I feel like it's a little bit more advanced, and people who are very comfortable with having healthy food should really approach it. Why? Because your body only has a few hours to be able to get the nutrients that it needs in order to be able to live a healthy and long life. Diseases such as osteoporosis, celiac, blood pressure, anemia, and things like that could actually be waiting for you if you don't give your body the right nutrition. So if you're actually thinking of following these fad diets, there could be a lot of health implications. So before watching YouTube videos and jumping into them, make sure you do your research. I'm a certified nutritionist, so I try to get the words out there and I try to let people know to be careful about their nutrients and nutrition and what they choose to put in their body, what kind of diet they choose to follow. These are very important. It basically dictates your life. So make sure you look into it and keep an open mind. So low carbs diets are pretty much my favorite. It only allows you to have carbs that are less than 26 grams in a day. That basically pretty much includes a cup of brown rice, which is 45 grams of carbohydrates, 2 slices of whole grains, which is about 24 grams of carbs, and you're left with 30 grams of carbs, which you can get from fruits and vegetables. So with low carbs diet, you can't really be eating sugar because it has a lot of carbs and it basically defies the whole point of being on a low carbs diet. So if you're a sugar addict like I was, make sure you check out the video I posted here. The link is in the description below, so you make sure you check it out after you're done watching this video. I'm also working on a sugary snack replacement recipe. The book is gonna come out very soon, so if you're interested in that, make sure you drop me a comment below or DM me on Instagram. I'm gonna list my Instagram here. There are 8 spots available for the free version, so make sure you let me know if you want it. The absolute best diet and the healthiest diet for people, especially with ADHD and everyone else, is the Mediterranean diet, which I'm gonna get into in my future videos, but for now I wanted to give you some information about this. This diet is actually practiced in Mediterranean regions like Spain, Italy, and Greece. And if you actually look into those areas, a lot of people there live past the age of 90. Their diet includes a lot of fatty fish, a lot of oils like olive oils, Greeks like the olive oils. And they also have pasta, rice, and potatoes. So there's nothing wrong with these foods if you actually stick to your calories. And also guys, I wanted to let you know, if you have ADHD like me, I feel like the best type of food would be something that includes a little bit of carbs at least. So I think a low carbs diet would be ideal. If you're just starting out, maybe start with keto, work your way towards a low carbs diet, and then you can try intermittent fasting once you're more advanced. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I put a lot of time and research into these, so I really hope you do enjoy it and you find them useful. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell button so you never miss a video from me. It's really up to you to make me famous, so make sure you like and share my videos. Thank you and see you next time.